is tailor-made to be accessible and easy to use. It's especially helpful in these trying times, but it's also a time saver in general. They have impeccable customer service with a fully equipped online team of friendly and efficient staff who are more than happy to assist. The delivery service is also reliable and punctual. The ordering process couldn't be made simpler. Just visit the shopsmj.com website, create a username and password, select the products you wish to order, and wait for the delivery drop-off. It's simple, it's easy, and relevant for the times. Please remember to stay safe and stay home by taking advantage of this great online delivery service.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
There are 2 ways to place an order. Our website, shopsmj.com, or via WhatsApp at 355-7777. Using the WhatsApp feature is both convenient and user-friendly. As with using WhatsApp, there's a choice to either text your order or place a call to a SM Jaleel customer service representative. The customer service team is available and more than ready to provide any assistance you might need. Once the order is placed and payment organized, you will be informed of the estimated time of delivery. The entire process is streamlined and straightforward. It's simple and easy to do. Stay home and stay safe by making use of this amazing online ordering and delivery service.
Good afternoon, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to C Results on IBN TV as well as the IBN TV Facebook page and the C Results Facebook page. I am Sir Ijaz and today is Monday, so you know that means we're going to get started with our weekly class report before we get into some mathematics in the first hour, and that will be followed by English in the second hour with Miss Naila. So on last week's quizzes, we had some more participation than we did in the previous week. You know, as it tends to go, we are up to 186 students in our new class on edmodo.com, and if we don't know about the details for that class, it will be shown on your screen very soon, right? So we have 186 students in this new class with way more parent participation than we did in the regular first season. We have 42% of our parents following the progress of their children and wards. We had 109 submissions for the English Language Arts, and this quiz was on punctuation and capitalization. We had 90% of the students passing with a 74% average. Now note in the assignment from the previous week, which I believe was on spelling, we had upwards of 95% of students passing, I believe, with about a 92 or 93% average. So that means that the students, you know, at least that's what the data is showing us right now, are stronger in their spelling than they are in their punctuation and capitalization. And those words that they would have gotten incorrect or the punctuation that they would have had out of place and so on, of course, the quiz would give you feedback on what the right answer should have been. So, take time to review those results. Now, in the mathematics, we know that last week's quiz was a challenging one. We had a few more submissions in this week for the mathematics, and I assume that it's because the students were probably a little bit apprehensive after such a difficult quiz. And, the results actually were not up to par this time for the mathematics. And for the first time, I am going to be addressing, a particular quiz that we gave on the website on the program, okay, because it constituted the same decimals, fractions, and percentages. We had some more questions in there. Those are very large topics, and we spent some time looking at the questions that come in the second section of the paper, and the results showed us that 42% of the students passed, and the average score in the class was 36%, all right? So therefore, that tells us that our students are struggling with this particular topic, and we are not content with that type of result, right? So we are going to, look at those questions that were given, and we are going to use our callers, and we are going to work together and make sure that everyone understands why they got those questions wrong. All right, of course, the app itself gives you the right answer if you do get it wrong, but that is just the answer. These are more difficult questions than we would have been doing in the past. Okay, so therefore we will want to go through it on a step-by-step basis, and you will see exactly where you went wrong. Of course, there are some students who still managed to get full marks in that quiz or very near to full marks, and we do commend you. Well done on that, but we want everyone to be, at a decent level. So we are not going to leave you stranded. We are going to be revisiting those questions. And of course, and given that so many students did not pass the quiz, it should not really be met with any objection, all right? Because many students got at least 1 or 2 questions wrong in that quiz. And we have new quizzes posted this weekend, this Saturday gone. We posted a new English quiz, mathematics quiz, as well as an expository writing piece. The narrative writing assignment that was due on Friday night, the class actually did very, very well in that narrative writing assignment. And this week, of course, tomorrow, during the final half hour of the creative writing session, we will be reading some of your pieces, as well as on the program on Thursday, God willing, right? So make sure, as we like to tell you every week, before you get on those quizzes, do not, if you know you haven't watched the program for the week, or if the topics that we covered for that week, you know that you are not very strong with it, spend some time looking at the videos, rewatch the videos. They are there on Facebook the minute the live ends, well, maybe some moments later, on facebook.com/CResultsIBNTV8, or you just type C Results into the search bar. You can look at all of our previous videos, and there are playlists to help you find the particular video you're looking for, or go to our YouTube channel, look for C Results on YouTube, or it's just youtube.com/C Results, and spend some time reviewing the content before you do the quizzes. You have an entire week to do it. All right, you're not at school physically. I know that many of you are doing classes online with your teachers, but you should be able to, if you are interested in doing our quizzes on Edmodo, you should at least have some time to review somewhere in between there on either the Facebook or the YouTube platforms. All right, and if you are not a member of our Edmodo class, please get in. As you can see, it's not, it's not like so easy that it's not going to benefit you. It is very challenging, and it is going to help you to grow. Even if you get something wrong, you will learn from it. And you just saw the code there, the new class, J55AHA. You just have to join a new class if you were already a member on our old Edmodo class, or if you are now joining us for the first time, you download the app, you visit edmodo.com. Either way is fine. And you can create a username and password. You can link to your child's account. You enter the class code J55AHA. It might take a day for you to be approved by the admins, and you will be accepted into our classroom and can continue to do our quizzes. And another beautiful, aspect of being in the class is that daily students pose questions, and they pose these questions to their fellow students, and they work together on the solutions. And Ms. Nyla and myself look in from time to time to ensure that they are sharing accurate information with each other, so everyone benefits, right? So this week, given especially the difficulty of the math quiz, we only had 2 students that were able to get 100% in both ELA and mathematics. It's happened in the past before where we only had 1 student, for example. So these two have really earned it, Andy and Joseph and Amara Mohammed. And you know, ever since we came back on here for the home stretch, as we're calling it, leading up to your exam, these two students, Andy and Amara, have been doing exceptionally well, not only in the ELA and the mathematics, but also in their creative writing. We have also several students, a long list of students here who missed out by just 1 mark in either math or English or both, all right? So that goes to show that many students were in fact capable of getting, you know, near to total in the mathematics still. So we have students Kabir, Candice, Devanan, Taran, Nico, Rocco, Margaret, Kyle, Samir, Leonardo, Caitlin, Azaria, and Javon. Well done to you guys, you know, on just barely missing out. So keep up the good work, and of course, we want all of you to continue aspiring to make it to these lists, not just to say that you have made it to the list, and making the effort to get here. Even if you don't get to the list, you will be pushing yourself to do better and better. That is the whole concept behind it, all right? It's not just to be boasting or anything like that. There's an actual effect on your work when you strive to hit those high ceilings. As a consequence, your scores will improve over time. So don't worry, even if your marks don't make it up here, even if your name doesn't, as long as you are seeing improvement, right? And as I said, we had so many excellent creative writing submissions this week. I don't even know how we are going to, you know, get through enough of them, because it's never possible for us to read all. We can only read a few, but there are so many great ones that we can't wait to share with you. So we have Caitlin Bernard, Devanan Bodram, Andian, Joseph again, who also got total in ELA and mathematics. Destiny, Amara, they're also getting total in ELA and mathematics. So those two students got, you know, full 100 in everything, right? Caitlin Sunarain, Kabir Ali, Davy, Taran, Kimani, Ziomara, Hala, Dominique, and we have Samir, Christian, and Jonathan. All right, so again, some of those are names that we see week in, week out. And we do have the student popping in ever so often on our list, and that is wonderful, right? So you all keep aspiring, and you will make it there, God willing. And even if you don't, as we said, you are going to continue improving as a consequence, right? So we are about to begin with our mathematics for today. And like I said, it's a bit of C results history today, where we are going to be looking at a quiz that was assigned, because we really want to ensure that everyone is on the same page here. All right, we are not going to leave you, you know, with those marks and just the answers at the end. All right, we want to help you to see where you went wrong with these quizzes. And of course, we are getting closer to the essay exam, so this is probably a very, you know, worthwhile endeavor for us to do. So, right, this particular quiz, as we said, it was one of 2 quizzes that were posted on decimals, fractions, and percentages. This was probably the harder of the 2, but they were both difficult, of course, as we saw in our weekly report this week and the previous week. And we are going to begin. Of course, we are going to share those numbers with you on the screen now, so you can give us a call and get yourself participating with us. Perhaps you scored highly, perhaps you didn't, and that's okay. You know, here on C Results, it's very okay for you to make a mistake. We will guide you along the way, all right? So what was the first question in this very challenging, you know, supposedly very challenging paper? We'll see that it actually wasn't that difficult if you just took your time with it, all right? So the numbers below form the first 4 numbers of a pattern: 1.08, 1.11, 1.16, 1.23. Write the 7th number of the pattern, 7th, all right? And notice that's in capital letters. So good afternoon, caller. Welcome to C Results on IBN TV.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. And who am I speaking with?
Zafira.
Oh, hi, welcome, Zafira. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So what are your thoughts for this question here, Zafira?
My thoughts, I'm going to find out how much each number is going up by.
All right. So tell me what you notice about it, right?
Okay.
So from 1.08 to 1.11, how much did that increase by?
3.
Is it 3?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's actually 0.03, right?
Yes.
All right, because we're dealing with decimals, so I want to make sure we speak the right lingo here. And from 1.11 to 1.16, how much did it increase by?
0.05.
0.05, excellent. And from 1.16 to 1.23, or what did it increase by?
0.07.
All right, so looking at that, these are the first 4 numbers. From the 4th to the 5th number now, how much do you expect it to increase by and why?
0.09.
Very good, 0.09. That will give us our 5th number in the pattern, right? And
Yes.
which number do we need to find for the question?
The 7th number.
Right, this is where a lot of people fell down. So, what is the 5th number, Zafira?
I'm looking it out.
All right. And of course, our viewers at home, you should have your pen, your pencil with you and your paper and be working along with us, of course. Having some difficulty there, Zafira?
No.
All right. Let me know when you have the 5th number.
Okay. 1.43.
All right, so you added 0.09 to 1.23, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we begin adding here by the hundredths, right? So we add 3 and 9 together and we'll get 12, right?
Yes.
So we put the 2 and we keep 1 there and we add 2 to 0. That is 2 plus 1 gives us 3 and 1 plus 0 is 1. So we have 1.32. Are you seeing that on the TV?
Yes.
All right. Do you see where you may have gone wrong?
Yeah.
All right. So now that we've gotten our 5th number, what do you think we have to add to get the 6th number?
0.11.
Excellent. 0.11. So here's a chance for you to redeem yourself there. Tell me what you'll get when you add 0.11 to 1.32.
1.43.
Excellent. 1.43, and that is our 6th number, right?
Yes.
Great. So we have one more step to go. And what would we add to 1.43 now, Zafira?
0.13.
Excellent. So we add 1.43, we add 0.13 to that. And you let me know when you have an answer there.
1.56.
Excellent. 1.56. So that is our 7th number in the pattern, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Zafira, for your help.
You're welcome.
Okay, so this particular question, it was a bit alarming to see the number of students that got this one wrong, to be honest. I thought that this one would have been much more doable. The difference here being, sometimes you look at the patterns and the increments, they go up in whole numbers, but here we notice that from one number to the next, it's increasing by a decimal fraction amount, all right? So it's basically 1/100th of, the odd numbers beginning from 3. So 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, like that, right? We add that to each subsequent number in the pattern, and that will give us the required 7th number that we were looking for. So I hope everyone was able to see now you first have to, remember I told you all when we did patterns and sequences, and if you haven't learned with us about patterns and sequences, please go to our YouTube channel and search for the pattern and sequences classes. There should be more than one covering that topic. All right, we don't ever just make the mistake of just looking at the first two, because I could have just said, 1.08 to 1.11, the difference there is 0.03, and then just jumped ahead and added 0.03 again to 1.23. No, we have to realize that it's not the same decimal fraction that is being added at each interval, right? We are actually increasing by 0.02 in the terms of the number that we are adding to each decimal fraction here. Good. So as I said, it's basically your odd numbers divided by 100, and we are going up in increments of 2. Of course, we started from 0.03, 0.05, and so on, and that is how the answer is 1.56. I want you to rewatch this as many times as possible until you get it, because I know many of you did not get it, right? So that is the way that we work out this first question that formed our quiz from last weekend. Or actually the quiz here that was due on this Friday, right? That was posted last weekend. So let's look at another question here now. Every 8th customer that visited a store got a token. On a particular day, 50 customers visited the store. What percentage of the customers that visited the store did not receive tokens? Again, a very doable question once you think it through properly. Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to See Results on IBN TV.
Hi.
Hi, good afternoon. And who am I speaking with?
Michaela White.
Welcome, Michaela. So, Michaela, what are your thoughts for this question here?
Well, since you say every 8 customer,
Yeah.
I would draw circles out to basically make the 50 customers.
You draw 50 circles.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm listening to you. And of course, for those of us at home, maybe you might agree to go with that approach, maybe not. But we are going to give Michaela a chance to let us know what she has done, and I will show you my approach at the end as well, right?
Okay. I drew out the 50 circles.
Uh-huh.
Then you would create every 8 circles.
Right. So you're going to highlight those, or you're going to color them or something?
Yes.
All right. So you tell me how many of those circles you'll have, right?
I got 6.
6. Excellent. So you have 6 such customers, which means there are 6 customers that make up every 8th customer, right?
Yes.
And on this particular day, 50 customers visited the store. What percentage of the customers that visited the store did not receive tokens? So these 6, did they receive it or did they not receive it?
They received it.
Okay, so how would we get those that did not receive?
50 take away 6. And that would give you 42. No, 48. 44.
44, right. Very good. 44, right? So 44 customers did not receive tokens, but we want our answer as a what?
Percentage.
As a percentage. So we have the number who did not receive, and we have the total, correct?
Yes.
What is the number that didn't receive?
44.
And what is the total number of customers?
50.
Right, so I have 44 over 50, and what do I have to do now to make this a percentage?
Multiply by 100 over 1.
Very good. Multiply by 100 over 1. And what would this give me?
88.
Excellent. 50 into 51, 50 into 100, 2. and we'll get 88%, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Michaela. You are quite correct.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. All right. So you all saw how easy that was. And again, as we remember, we can recall from the statistics that we provided at the beginning, only 36% of the students passed this particular quiz, right? Something like that. 42% passed with a 36% average, and all of the questions basically had a lot of people getting it wrong. Now, what is the reason for getting this particular question wrong? So Michaela took a different approach there. She decided to draw out 50 circles representing the 50 customers, and she circled every 8th customer. Alternatively, we could divide the number 50 by 8, and we'll see that we get 6 such customers that make up every 8th customer, right? And we'll have a remainder of 2. Forget that remainder, we are interested in the 8th customers, right? So that we have 6 of those. Subtract from the total number of customers, which is 50, and we'll get 44 customers who did not receive a token. 6 received, so therefore 44 did not receive, because we have 50 in total. Now, in order to get this percentage, we put the number out of 100, right? Well, the number out of the total, and we multiply it by 100, sorry. So we put the 44 who did not receive out of the 50 total customers, multiply that by 100 over 1, and that tells us that 88% of the customers did not receive a token. And you all should really not be getting this question wrong, right? This one is pretty straightforward as well. So these 6 customers, what do we mean by that? So the 8th customer would have gotten it, the 16th customer, the 24th customer, the 32nd customer, and then the 40th customer, and the 48th customer, right? If we went 8 more, we would cross the 50 customers that we have. That is how come we only have 6 such customers. Good? So thank you, Michaela. And we are going to look at another question and all of the questions, you know, the results were equally bad, unfortunately. So we're going to look at all of them that were in the quiz. So Amara has a bag of marbles, of which 1/5 are blue, 75% of the remaining marbles are red, and the rest are 12 green marbles. How many marbles in total are in the bag? Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to See Results on IBN TV.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. And who am I speaking with?
Javen.
Hey, welcome, Javen. How are you doing today?
Good, and you, sir?
Not too bad, Javen, although I'm a bit disappointed in the class on this quiz's performance. So let's you know, help the people out there who got it wrong to see where they did go wrong, right?
Okay, sir.
So what are your thoughts for this question?
So first things first, I would have to say, since 1/5 of the marbles are blue,
Yes.
I would say the whole, which is 5/5,
Right.
and I would say 5/5 take away 1/5 to give you 4/5.
All right. So if we take away the number of marbles or the fraction of marbles that are blue, we just have the remaining number of marbles, right? We don't know necessarily what color they are as yet, but we know for sure that 1/5 of them is the color blue, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So how do we proceed from here now?
So since we give the number of green marbles, you would have to, and they said 75% of the remaining marbles are red.
Right.
I would say 4 quarters.
Okay, so 75% of the remaining marbles are red. And you got a fraction for the remaining marbles, which is what? 4/5, right?
Yes, sir.
So 75% of 4/5 is what color?
Red.
Red, good?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in other words, to get the fraction that is red, I have to find 75% of 4/5.
Well, sir, I was actually, since we give you the exact number of green marbles, I was going to say the whole of four quarters, take away 1/4 to give you 3/4. I mean, 4 quarters, take away 3/4 to give you 1/4, and then I would have said 4/5 multiplied by 1/4 to give you 1/5, and then I would reciprocate the 1/5 and multiply it by 12.
Reciprocate the 1/5 and multiply by 12?
Yes, sir.
And that would give me what? The total number of marbles in the bag?
Yes, sir, which is 60 marbles.
All right, excellent. Okay, so the way that you're explaining it here, I'm going to have to break it down a little bit for the audience, right? But
Okay,
the answer is 60. So well done, Javen.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. So guys, we have Amara here having a bag of marbles, of which 1/5 are blue and 75% of the remaining marbles are red. Okay, so if we eliminate the marbles that are blue, we are left with 4/5 of the marbles. And 75% of that is red. Good? So what is 75%? 75% is 75 over 100, which we know can be reduced to 3/4, right? Everybody should know that 75% is the same as 3/4. So if we find 3/4 of 4/5, that would let us know, or that would tell us that 3/5 of the marble, or the marbles, are red. Good? So we have 1/5 of the marbles being blue and 3/5 of the marbles being red. So if we add the 1/5 that is blue to the 3/5 that is red, we are going to get 4/5 in total. All right, 4/5 in total being red and blue. Good. And the remaining data in the question is telling us that the rest of the marbles are green, right? And the rest are 12 green marbles. So what is the rest? If we have 1/5 and 3/5 making up red and blue, or altogether 4/5 making up red and blue, what is left? 1/5, right? 1 take away 4/5, or 5/5 take away 4/5, is leaving us with 1/5. And 1/5 of the marbles is 12 green marbles, or 12 marbles, right? So therefore, as Javen said, we're going to multiply that 12 by the reciprocal of 1/5, which is 5 over 1, to get the total number of marbles in the bag, and that would give us 60 over 1, or 60 marbles. So that is the correct answer for this question. We have altogether 60 marbles in the bag. Because we know that 1/5 is the same as 12, we can find for 5/5. All right, so that is how we would solve that problem. I hope that that becomes a bit clearer to everyone at home, and I hope that you all are seeing how very, very doable these questions are if you are just to take your time and reason it properly. All right, you know, our students, some of them did it quite well off the bat. We had, you know, our first caller stumbling a little bit along the way, but if you just take your time, you can attain the solutions as required. So we're going to take a short break now for about 2 minutes, because we're at the midpoint, and then we'll continue with the rest of the corrections for this paper and move on to some more content. So don't go anywhere, right? We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Good afternoon, assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to See Results on IBN TV, as well as the IBN TV Facebook page and the See Results Facebook page. So we're here doing some corrections on our decimals, fractions, and percentages quiz that was due on Friday night. All right, as the results show, it was a bit of a tricky one for our students, so we are here to help you get the correct solutions for all of these questions and the right understanding of how to approach the question, right? So this here is question number 4. In a school, there are 3 times as many girls as boys. 1/5 of the boys own a cell phone, while 1/3 of the girls own a cell phone. If 50 girls do not own a cell phone, how many boys do not own a cell phone? All right, so this one is a question I can give you a little leeway with. It's a lot going on here. So let us see if our caller can help us get to the bottom of it, right? Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to See Results on IBN TV 8.
Hello,
Hi, good afternoon.
this is Aidan.
Hey, welcome, Aidan. How are you doing today?
Good.
So, Aidan, I'm just going to have to ask you to mute the volume on the television and then we can proceed, right?
Yeah.
If 50 girls do not own a cell phone, how many boys do not own a cell phone, all right? So this one is a question.
Good.
All right, Aidan. So what are your thoughts here for this question?
Okay. So they said that 1/3 of the girls own a cell phone and 50 girls do not.
Right.
So the remaining fraction, which is 2/3, will represent the 50 girls.
Excellent. So if 1/3 own a cell phone, that means that 2/3 do not, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 2/3
Yeah, inverse it.
Right.
So that will be 75. That'll be how many girls it has.
All right. So 2/3 is equal to 50 girls. Therefore, 3 on 2 multiplied by 50 would give me the total number of girls. That's what you mean, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you're saying that that is equal to 75.
Yes.
Okay. And you would be very correct in saying that.
So, and then they said that there are 3 times as many girls as boys. So then you'll need to multiply 75 by 3 to find how many boys it has.
You sure?
But,
Think about that statement you just made. You're going okay, but you made one mistake there.
okay. You have to multiply by 4.
There are 3 times
As many girls as boys.
As boys, right?
Yeah, so it'll have 4 parts.
No, the 3 that you were using before was right, but who is more, boys or girls? Or who are more, the boys or the girls?
But, girls.
Exactly. So
So you have to divide it.
right, and we divide 75 by
3.
3, right?
Yeah.
Right. So if we divide 75 by 3,
You'll get 25.
so we have 25 boys here, right?
Yes.
And what did they say about the boys? They said
They
that
said 1/5 of the boys own a cell phone.
right. So and we want to know who does not own a cell phone,
So
right?
so you have to find 4/5 of 25.
Very good. You have to find 4/5 of 25. And how much is that?
20.
Very good. So therefore 20 boys do not own a cell phone, right?
Yeah.
All right, Aidan. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's break this down for you once more. This was one of the questions that perhaps got the highest number of wrong responses in this quiz. Okay, so it's just a matter of looking at the information that is given and being able to decipher what it means and how they are related to each other. All right, so we are given a lot of fractions here, so we're trying to find the wholes of these fractions, right? So in a school, there are 3 times as many girls as boys. That information is going to come in handy later on in the question, so keep that at the back of your mind. 1/5 of the boys own a cell phone, while 1/3 of the girls own a cell phone. If 50 girls do not own a cell phone, how many boys do not own a cell phone? So 50 girls do not own a cell phone. Right, we have to take our time with this question because it really gave you a lot of difficulty. Right, but we are told that 1/3 of the girls own a cell phone. So therefore, what fraction of the girls represents this 50, or does this 50 represent? If 1/3 own a cell phone, then 2/3 do not own a cell phone, right? We subtract the 1/3 from the whole, or the whole number of girls, and we are going to get 2/3. So therefore, 2/3 of the girls, or 2/3 do not own a cell phone, which is given by 50 girls. And as we've learned over the past couple of weeks, when we have to find the total amount now, we just multiply by the reciprocal of 2/3, which is 3 on 2. We flip it, right? And we multiply by 50, and we got 75 girls in total in the school. Now, what were we told at the beginning of the question? We were told that there are 3 times as many girls as boys in the school. Good? So how many boys are there in the school, therefore? We have to divide that number 75 by 3, and that gave us the 25 boys in the school. And what about the fraction of boys who own a cell phone? We are told here that 1/5 of the boys own a cell phone, right? So if 1/5 of the boys own a cell phone, what fraction of the boys don't own a cell phone? It's going to be 1 subtract 1/5, and that is going to give us 4/5, right? 1 subtract 1/5 is going to give us 4/5 of the boys not owning a cell phone, and that is what we want to find out in the question. The boys who do not own a cell phone. So now we have to find 4/5 of 25, since we know that there are 25 boys in the school, and that is our basic fraction multiplication there. Fraction, a proper fraction by a whole number. So we put the whole number over 1, we cross cancel where possible, or we could have just multiplied 4 by 25 to get 100 divided by 5. Either way is fine, and you get 24 boys in the school not owning a cell phone. Okay, 20 boys in the school not owning a cell phone. So that is the way to approach this question. We have to first determine the total number of girls in the school given the fractions and the number in the question. Then we can use the relationship of the 3 times as many to determine the number of boys, and then we find the missing fraction here. We know the fraction that do own, we want to know the fraction that doesn't own, so we just subtract that from 1, and then we can find the number of boys who don't own a cell phone, right? So hopefully now everybody at home who may have, felt a little bit lost after doing that question would have gotten that clarified for themselves. All right, and again, I encourage you to rewatch that explanation as much as possible. Listen carefully as well to Aidan's input. I know that the student perspective is very helpful to you, right? It's always good when somebody is courageous to come up in the real classroom, and work it out with us, because many students share the same misconceptions. So we saw Aidan faltering there a little bit with the 3 times. He was going to multiply 75 by 3 instead of dividing it by 3. That may have been an error many of you would have done in the quiz, right? But now you understand why it wasn't to be that way. So here's another pretty tricky one, but remember, this is the reality of the exam. Sometimes the questions can get very tricky, so we have to be prepared for everything. Xavier pumped water into his garden from a full tank beginning Saturday. Each day he pumped twice as much water as the previous day without refilling the tank. He pumped 300 liters of water on Saturday. After 4 days, there was 1/10 of the water left in the tank. How many liters of water were in the tank on Saturday before he began pumping? All right, so this is another one where I can see, some students having difficulty. It's a lot to process, but we can do it if we take our time, right? So let's see if this caller can help. Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to See Results on IBN TV.
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon, and who am I speaking with?
Aidan again.
Hey, welcome back, Aidan. All right, Aidan. So I'm gonna let you stay on with me here to work through this question, right?
Okay.
What are your thoughts, Aidan? Did you get an opportunity to read it?
No, I'm going to read it now.
All right, so read it for our audience, please.
Xavier pumped water to his garden
from a full tank beginning Saturday. Each day he pumped twice as much water as the previous day without refilling the tank. He pumped 300 liters of water on Saturday. After 4 days, there was 1/10 of the water left in the tank. How many liters of water were in the tank on Saturday before he began pumping?
Right. All right, so Xavier, again, the television needs to be muted and we can continue to work, right? Okay, audience, so I hope you all are taking this all in and already formulating your plan for solving this question. Are you there with us, Xavier? I'm sorry, Aidan?
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon, and who am I speaking with?
Javen.
Hey, welcome back, Javen. We seem to have lost our last caller there, so would you help me with this question?
Okay, you can zoom in on the questions, sir.
All right, so we have the question zoomed in there. It's a lot to read, so I will read it while you read, okay? So
Okay,
Xavier pumped water into his garden from a full tank beginning Saturday. Each day he pumped twice as much water as the previous day without refilling the tank. He pumped 300 liters of water on Saturday. After 4 days, there was 1/10 of the water left in the tank. How many liters of water were in the tank on Saturday before he began pumping? I wonder if students are getting scared of this question and running away, boy. Let's try another caller. Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to Series Up.
Please have.
All right. I'm going to try once more, and if not, I will just proceed with this question. Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to Series Results on IBN TV.
Hello, sir. This is Javen again. There was some kind of communication error on the telephone.
All right, no problem. So, Javen, you got a chance to read the question by now?
Well, yes, sir.
All right. So, how much water did he pump on the first day, which is Saturday, Javen?
So, on Saturday, he would have... So, I could just read it over again?
All right, go ahead. But if you're reading it, you have to read it for the audience to hear, right?
Okay, sir.
All right.
Xavier pumped water to his garden from a full tank beginning Saturday. Each day he pumped twice as much water as the previous day without refilling the tank. He pumped 300 liters of water on Saturday. After 4 days, there was 1/10 of the water left in the tank. How many liters of water were in the tank on Saturday before he began pumping?
Right.
So there were 300 liters of water on Saturday.
All right. There wasn't 300 liters of water on Saturday, but he pumped 300 liters of water on Saturday, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So on day one, he pumped 300 liters. Good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Day one, which is Saturday, he pumped
300 liters of water.
All right. So I'm helping you along. Don't worry about it. And they said that each day he pumped twice as much water as the previous day, right?
Yes, sir. So on Sunday, he would have pumped 600 liters of water.
Excellent. On Sunday, he pumped 600 liters of water. And what about the next day?
On Monday, he would have pumped 1,200 liters of water.
1,200 liters of water. So far, so good. And on the fourth day?
He would have pumped 2,400 liters of water.
All right. And notice the question said that without refilling the tank, right? So
yes,
we don't know as yet how much he started with on Saturday, but we know that he continued to pump water without refilling the tank, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So over the course of those 4 days, how much liters of water did he pump altogether?
You could go up. Okay, so I could just add it up, sir.
Of course.
Okay. So I got 4,500 liters of water.
4,500 liters of water.
Yes, sir.
All right. And that would be correct.
And that would be 9/10 of the water.
How do you know that?
Because they said that a 1/10 remained. So if he pumped, so they said after 4 days there was 1/10 of the water left in the tank. So
Excellent.
if he pumped 4,500 liters of water, that meant he would have taken it out. So you would have to say 10/10 take away 1/10 to give you 9/10.
Javan, I am very happy that you said that, Javan. So he would have pumped 4,500 liters being 9/10, right? 10/10
Yes, sir.
take away 1/10 because he's only left with 1/10 is 9/10. So if 9/10 is equal to 4,500 liters, what do we have to do to get the total amount of water before he began pumping?
So you have to reciprocate 9/10 to 10/9,
Right.
and then you have to multiply it by 4,500,
Okay.
and you will get 5,000 liters.
5,000 liters.
Yes, sir.
And you would be absolutely correct, Javan.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome. So that is Javan there, guys, showing us the way to work this problem out, right? And he's absolutely right. So I know there was a lot of information to process in this question. So let's take our time and make sure we understand why this happened, right? This is another one where, you know, not many people got this one correct, all right? But again, it's representative of questions that can come in the exam. So we have to be able to use our critical thinking skills, our tools of analysis, and look at the information presented and see how we can work through it to get to the solution, right? So he's pumping water to his garden from a full tank beginning on Saturday. And each day he pumped twice as much water as the previous day without refilling the tank. He pumped 300 liters of water on Saturday, right? So that's his first day of pumping. He's pumping 300 liters of water. After 4 days, there was 1/10 of the water left in the tank. So after 4 days, he pumped out 9/10 of the water. If there is 1/10 left, that means he must have pumped out 9/10. All right, and we saw how we'd work that out here. 10 over 10, take away what is left is 9/10, right? So well done, Javan. And now we have to figure out what 9/10 is equal to. So over the course of the 4 days, you know, on each subsequent day, he pumped twice as much water as he did on the previous day. So in the first day, he pumped 300. On the second day, 6. On the third day, 1,200. And on the fourth day, 2,400 liters. Altogether, that gives us a total of 4,500 liters being pumped. And that 4,500 liters, as we just found out, is equal to 9/10 of the water in the tank. And now to get the total amount of water in the tank, we multiply by the reciprocal of 9/10, which is 10 over 9. And that would give us 5,000 liters of water being in the tank before he began pumping. Okay, so that is the correct method of working out this problem. That is the answer there. Alternatively, if you didn't want to multiply by the reciprocal, because 9/10 is 4,500, you could have said that 1/10 would have been 4,500 divided by 9, all right, which would give you 500, and then you multiply that by 10. But that is essentially what we are doing here when we are multiplying by that reciprocal. So this was the final question on that quiz, all right? And we are going to work through this question here now before the end of the program. So let's take a caller. Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to See Results on IBN TV.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. And who am I speaking with?
Zafira.
Hey, welcome back, Zafira. So Zafira, can you read this question quickly for our audience?
Yes.
All right.
Aditya has 83 stickers. 44 of his stickers are red. 1/3 of the remaining stickers are blue and the rest are green. How many of Aditya's stickers are green?
Right. So where are we starting now?
So So I would say 83 minus 44 because they don't say 44 of the stickers are red.
Alright, so we take away the red stickers here. And what would that leave us with?
I'm working it out.
Alright. So we have 39 stickers when we take away the red stickers from the 83. Good?
Yes.
And we are told that 1/3 of the remaining stickers are blue. So how would we find the actual number of blue stickers?
A third multiplied by 39 over 1.
Alright, 1/3 multiplied by 39 over 1. What does that give me?
13.
13?
Yes.
Alright, so we have 1/3 of the stickers, or the being 13 stickers, right?
Yes.
Or 13 stickers being blue. So we have 44 red, 13 blue, and the rest are what?
Green.
Green. So how do we find out the number of green stickers now?
Yeah, add up 44 and 13.
Right.
Which is 57.
57.
And you minus it from 83.
From 83. And what does that give me?
26 stickers.
So we have 26
Green stickers.
green stickers, right?
Yes.
And that is our answer. Thank you so much, Zafira.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. So that is, in fact, how we work this one out. And again, this one, I would have to say, is kind of inexcusable to get this one wrong. But unfortunately, a lot of students did. And I hope that now you understand why you got this wrong. Good. We have a total number of stickers. We are told that 44 are red and that 1/3 of the remaining are blue, right? So we eliminate the red. 39 are left. 1/3 of 39 is blue. So we find 1/3 of 39 and we get 13 stickers. And we are told that the rest are green. How many of Aditya's stickers are green? We just simply have to add now the red to the blue, which gives us a total of 57. We subtract from the total number of stickers, which is 83. And that gives us 26 stickers being green. All right, so that is it for today. I'm just going to talk to you all now a little bit about our Edmodo page, because we are going to be resuming on Thursday with our Section 3 type questions, which are the very long ones, the ones that can get even trickier than this. All right, so it would not make sense to start one of those now. If you are not with us on our Edmodo page, you can visit www.edmodo.com and enter the class code J55AHA, where we post our quizzes weekly. All right, English, math, and creative writing. The English and math are self-correcting, so once you do them, you'll get your score, you'll get the right answers should you get them wrong. All right, this is a particular instance where we actually went through the quiz to make sure that everybody kind of understood, because this one proved to have been very difficult. All right, based on the results that we saw. And of course, the creative writing is typically marked over the weekend by Ms. Naila and myself, and we do student readings of those pieces, or readings of the students' work on the program. So if you would like, to perhaps have a chance to get your work read on the program, where it is broadcast on TV as well as uploaded to Facebook and YouTube, continue to write. This week we got so many wonderful creative writing pieces that we are very much looking forward to sharing with you tomorrow, Tuesday, as well as Thursday, when we have creative writing at 6 p.m. on both days. All right, so that is it for mathematics for today. You are going to be joined in a couple of minutes by Miss Naila with English Language Arts. It has been my pleasure. I hope that this exercise was very fruitful for you who did not do so well in this particular quiz. I hope it clarified things, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, God willing. Have a good evening. Assalamu alaikum.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Assalamu alaikum, good evening guys, and welcome back to C Results. I'm Miss Naila and you are joining me for English Language Arts today. Welcome all of our viewers and those of you who are joining us on our live stream on Facebook via the C Results page or the IBN TV 8 page. Welcome guys, and I hope that you are having a great day. Right, so the ultimate countdown is on for the SCA exam. We have our final date. Our days are numbered and we are here to help get you ready for that exam. So as you know, we are currently doing SCA practice test papers, and we have done quite a number of them so far, and that is what we will be continuing with today. So last day we were able to complete yet another paper and start a next paper. So we were able to also complete section 1 in that paper. So therefore that was spelling, punctuation and capitalization. So today we will be continuing from the grammar section where there is one grammatical error in each line, and you have to identify that error and of course give the correction for it. Followed by comprehension in section 2, you have your poetry next and then your graphic. Remember, you know, for tips, further tips, you know, assistance, any of the notes you may have missed or the videos with content, you know, pertaining to all the tasks and different subject areas that we completed so far, topic rather, in ELA, go back to our YouTube channel and, you know, look for those videos. It's really easy for you to find. They are nicely labeled. So if you're looking for task 2, for example, you know, you're having trouble with punctuation, capitalization, just search task 2, guys, and it will pop up there for you, right? Nicely done, easy, just at your fingertips. So let's move on to our grammar section. So this is actually still on section 1 of the paper. So this is our grammar task. We are going to read the passage as usual, and then we're going to open the lines for some calls for some assistance. Right? So let's go ahead with that. Dogs are some of the most obedient animals. Some of them are very friendly, or some are quite dangerous. They come in different shapes, sizes, and colors. Dogs are carnivorous. It like eating meat. Many dogs are trained to perform different tasks. They were truly man's best friends. Right? So, of course, the lines are open. Feel free to call us and help us with this learning exercise. Right? And remember, in each line there is one error. You have to identify the error for me and then give me the correction. We have a call on the line. Good evening. Welcome to C Results.
I am Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. Welcome. You are live with us. Can you hear me, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome. So, do for me number 13 or the first line there. What is the error in this line?
Obedience.
Okay. What should it be? What is wrong with obedience? Why?
Okay, obedient.
Obedience. Spell that for me.
O-B-E.
Yes.
O-B-D. D-I-I-N-C-T.
Okay, I think you mixed up some of your letters there, right? But I do have the correct spelling on the board here, so I hope that's how you intended to spell it. Okay, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much for calling. Right, so let's move on to number 14. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Hey,
Hi, welcome. Who am I speaking with?
Taylor.
Okay, Javan. So help me with number 14.
You're changing water and
Okay. So what type of word is this? Is there a particular name for it?
conjunction.
Conjunction. Very good, Javan. Thank you so much for calling. And as we usually do, guys, I will elaborate on our answers when we come to the end of the 6 lines. Good evening. Welcome to See Results. Hi, good evening. You are live on See Results.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, welcome. Who am I speaking with?
Juliana.
Hi, Juliana. So go ahead with number 15.
So the error is come,
Right. And what should it be?
come,
Okay, and what is your explanation for this? So what is the rule here? What's happening here? Why is it come and not comes?
because the pronoun is plural.
Plural. Okay, great. You are on the right track there. Thank you so much for calling, Juliana. All right, let's move on. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Who am I speaking with?
Riyadun Muhammad.
Nice to have you with us. So go ahead with number 16.
Okay. Sizes and colors. Dogs are carnivores. It likes meat.
Right.
The grammatical error is like. It's supposed to be it likes meat. Eating meat.
Are you sure about that?
Actually, okay, let me just make sure.
Yes, take your time.
So, yes, I'm sure.
Okay. All right. So that answer is not quite correct, but I want to...
Wait, sorry about that. I not realized what it was.
Okay, go ahead.
It's supposed to be. It is supposed to be. They like eating meat.
All right. Tell me about your correction there. Why is it they are not it?
Well, if it was it would be singular.
Right.
But since it is dogs, they is for plural, and dogs, because now I have the S, it makes it a plural word.
Right, that is correct, right? Dogs actually in the plural form there. Thank you so much for calling and realizing your error. Right? So
Yeah.
sometimes, guys, as we continuously see, we just have to read our lines very carefully. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
I am Aaron.
Hi, welcome. Aaron, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, go ahead with number 17.
Now it's perform.
Okay. So perform should be?
Perform.
Spell perform for me.
P-E-R-F-O-R-M.
Right. Thank you, Aaron, for calling. All right, and let's take a final call to end this task. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Hello.
Hi, welcome. Who am I speaking with?
Mahadi.
Nice to have you with us, Mahadi. Go ahead with number 18. Are you there, Mahadi?
Yeah.
Okay, take your time. If you would like to read out a line, that's fine as well. Read it aloud.
Different tasks
They were truly man's best friend.
Right. What could be your potential error there? Which word are you leaning towards?
Man, supposed to be men's best friend?
No, try again. Pay attention to the verb in that sentence, or the helping verb in that sentence.
Okay. They are truly man's best friend.
So why is it are not were?
Because it's on the top sentence they say many dogs are.
Right. And if you read throughout or each line, you would notice that the tense.
Use are.
Right. This, and which tense will that be if they are using are?
Present.
Present tense. And which tense is it given here? Were.
Past tense.
Past tense. Excellent job. Thank you so much for calling.
You are.
Right. So we're just going to pause, guys, on calls for a second, and let's just go through these answers. Right. So dogs are some of the most obedient, the adjective obedient instead of the noun obedience animals. Right, so you have to look at the word or the formation of the word. Remember we did formation of words, so nouns to adjectives and adjectives to adverbs and so on. So you can probably do a couple exercises on that if you are having some difficulty with fitting in the correct form of the word in your sentences. But this is one of the easier errors here to identify, right? If you simply read the sentence or read the line, you will be able to detect that error. It does not sound correct even when you read it as is. Some of them are very friendly or some are quite dangerous, right? So incorrect use of, or the incorrect conjunction here, instead of or, it should be and, right? To connect our sentences and talk about the two different types of dogs in this case. They comes in different shapes. Right, as our caller identified, our subject here is plural, so therefore plural subject is followed by a plural verb. Your verb C-O-M-E-S comes is actually singular here. C-O-M-E is the plural form of the verb. So they come rather than they comes. In different shapes, sizes and colors. Dogs are carnivorous, it-like. Right, now this one here could have been a little tricky, so you have to pay attention again to your line and when you are reading it. Sometimes we read it with the correction because we are accustomed probably, writing properly, speaking properly. Dogs are carnivorous, it-like. So rather, we are looking at the subject dogs here, which is actually plural. So therefore, dogs are carnivorous, it-like. Here it would mean singular, which it will not agree with our subject here. So our subject pronouns is actually supposed to be they rather than it, to show that it remains plural. They like eating meat. Many dogs are trained to perform. Any word followed by to, in this case, such as a verb here, we use it in the infinitive form or the base form. Right? So to perform rather than to performed. Different task. They were truly man's best friends. Instead, they are truly man's best friends. If we look at each line here, dogs are, right? They come, dogs are again, many dogs are. So if we look at the tense throughout the passage, you would notice that it's present tense. So therefore, we keep the present tense and not the past tense in this case. They are truly man's best friends. Right, so this should give you a total of 12 marks, and I hope you were able to achieve a total in this task. So let's move on to section 2 now, starting off with a non-fiction passage, effects of television on children. We're going to read and then we're going to open the lines and take some calls to help complete each question. Effects of television on children. Most kids today are plugged into devices like TVs, tablets, and smartphones well before they can even ride a bike. Technology can be a part of a healthy childhood as long as this privilege isn't abused. But too much screen time can be a bad thing for the following reasons. Firstly, children who spend more than 4 hours per day watching TV are more likely to be overweight. Health experts have linked too much screen time to obesity. When they're staring at screens, kids are inactive and tend to snack. They're also bombarded with ads that encourage them to eat unhealthy foods like potato chips and drink empty-calorie soft drinks that often become favorite snack foods. Studies have shown that decreasing the amount of TV kids watch led to less weight gain. Secondly, children who view violent acts on TV are more likely to show aggressive behavior and to fear that the world is scary and that something bad will happen to them. Teens who play violent video games and apps are more likely to be aggressive. In addition, behavior problems, nightmares, and difficulty sleeping may follow exposure to such violence. Thirdly, characters on TV and in video games often depict risky behaviors, such as smoking and drinking. While cigarette and e-cigarette ads are banned on television, children can still see people smoking in TV shows. This makes behaviors like smoking and drinking alcohol seem acceptable and might lead to substance abuse problems. Finally, TV and other social media can bombard children with thousands of advertisements per year. Commercials are catchy and entertaining to try to convince children that they need to buy certain foods, toys, and clothes, many of which they don't actually need. That's why it's so important for parents to keep tabs on their children's screen time and set limits to ensure they're not spending too much time in front of a screen. By setting healthy limits on screen time and knowing what your child is watching and playing, you can help make the most of your child's media use. Right? So let's go to our questions here. First question being, what is the main idea of the passage? So the lines are open once more, guys. Call us and help us complete these answers. Remember to give your answers in full sentences or complete sentences. And of course, when you are answering, how can you answer in a complete sentence? One tip is to use the stem of the question to help you form your answer. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Good evening.
Hi, welcome back, Javen. So, go ahead and read number 19 for us.
What is the main idea of the passage?
Okay, what do you think is the main idea of the passage?
I think the main idea is the different impact, the impact that the television have on children.
Right, okay, that's fine. We'll work with that for now. Thank you so much for calling.
You're welcome.
Right. The main idea of the passage is that there are many reasons why too much screen time can be bad for children. Obviously, same as the impact that it may have on children. All right, good evening. Welcome to See Results. Hi, good evening, caller.
Hello.
Hi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. What's your name?
Mahadi again.
Okay, Mahadi, go ahead and read question 20 for us.
From the passage, give 3 effects of spending too much time watching TV.
Okay, I'm going to turn to the passage there for you.
Yes,
you can skim through this first slide, and when you're ready for me to move on to the second, you can let me know.
Yes, miss.
Also, if you would like to read it out loud, that is fine as well.
Okay, miss. One is health experts have linked too much screen time to obesity.
To what? Can you repeat that for me?
Obesity.
Obesity. Can you say that?
Obesity.
Great. Do you know what is obesity?
Yes, miss.
All right. Go ahead.
Children who view violent acts on TV are most likely to show aggressive behavior and to fear that the world is scary and
Okay.
something bad will happen to them.
Right. So is that one answer or two there?
One, miss.
All right. I'm just asking. And your final?
Teens who play violent video games and apps are most likely to also be aggressive.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for calling.
Yes, miss.
Right. So 3 effects of spending too much time watching TV are: children can become overweight, children can show aggressive behaviors, and also children can develop problems with substance abuse. So that actually was lower down in the paragraph here. Right. If you just read this part, you would have seen that answer. Of course, I know when you are completing your comprehension passage, you will take your time line by line and skim through for your answers. Make sure that your answer, in this case, just as they asked for a scaffolded answer, 3 parts to that question, right, or 3 responses rather. You don't give 2 responses that are similar to each other, right? Try to make them different because there are different answers in the passage specifically for this purpose. Let's move on to number 21. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Hello,
Hi, welcome. Who am I speaking with?
Javen.
Okay, Javen, go ahead and read number 21 for us.
Okay, give the meaning of each of the following words as used in the passage. Number 1, devices, line 1, and the second word is aggressive, line 10.
Right, so I'm going to go to line 1 for you.
Yes, miss.
Right, so I have, well, I did put that word in bold so it's easy to identify.
So devices in line 1 means electronic.
Can you repeat that, please?
Devices in line 1 mean electronics.
Okay, all right, and aggressive.
Aggressive in line 10, that would mean violent.
Violent, no problem. Thank you so much for calling.
No problem.
Right. All right, so devices, electronic equipment or machines, anything close to that, of course, aggressive, violent, hostile, even quarrelsome. Remember, your answers can vary a bit. It will still be correct and you will still earn your marks. Number 22, good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Hi, I'm Aaron again.
Hi, welcome back, Aaron. Go ahead and read number 22.
Using information from the passage, how can watching TV lead to bad eating habits?
All right, I'm just going to turn to the passage there for you.
Yes.
If you would like to read out, I will read the passage aloud. That's fine.
Most likely today, I think I get it.
Okay, go ahead, Aaron.
When they have starting at a screen, kids are
so they're staring,
inactive,
right?
And
take your time.
And tend to snack.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, can you repeat that for me, please? So I'm just going to go back to the question. Using information from the passage, how can watching TV lead to bad eating habits? And you are saying when they're staring at screens, kids are inactive and tend to snack. Is that your response?
Yeah.
Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for calling. Right, so that is one possible answer. Watching TV can lead to bad eating habits as children are bombarded with ads that encourage them to eat unhealthy foods that often become favorite snack foods. And of course, that answer that Aaron gave was also correct, right? According to the passage, what is the aim of advertisements? Good evening, welcome to See Results.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
It's Mahadi again.
Okay, Mahadi, go ahead with number 23.
According to the passage, what is the aim of advertisement?
All right. What does the word aim mean?
Aim, like to reach for something you want.
Okay. So what are they trying to achieve then?
To to get more people to watch the TVs each year.
All right, so probably take a couple seconds and read through the paragraph and see if that's your final answer.
Yes, miss. So they mean by the term advertisement means like something to occupy the children, to advertise, to attract more people and wanting to watch TV.
Only to watch television or anything else?
Commercials, TV shows, movies.
All right, okay, no problem. Thank you so much for calling. I'm just going to expand on that answer a little bit, okay? Right, so advertisements aim to convince children that they need to buy food, toys, and clothes which they don't really need. And if we just go back a couple lines here, finally, TV and other social media can bombard children with thousands of advertisements per year. Commercials are catchy and entertaining to try to convince children that they need to buy certain foods, toys, and clothes, many of which they don't actually need. Right, so we have some synonyms going on here. So as long as you understand that, you'll be able to also detect what the purpose or the aim of those commercials. Right, and we said that it was for them to buy food, toys, and clothes which you don't really need. Right, so ensure that you read your paragraph properly and look for your answers or details to support that answer. Let's move on to number 24. Good
Hello,
evening.
good evening.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, this is Nicholas.
Hi, Nicholas. So go ahead with number 24.
Do you agree with the author's statement technology can be part of a healthy childhood? Line 2, give a reason for your answer. I don't agree with this statement because arts can... I don't agree with this statement because arts can advertise unhealthy things which can get them addicted.
All right, okay, no problem, Nicholas. We'll take that. Thanks for calling.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, so the question, do you agree with the author's statement technology can be a part of a healthy childhood? Give a reason for your answer. So if you said yes or no, whether you agreed or you disagreed, you have to give your supporting details or justify your answer. Yes, I agree because technology can provide many positive benefits for learning if used wisely. Just as Nicholas said, it may impact some children negatively, causing them to probably, sit on the couch, like what are known as couch potatoes, and eat or snack, right? So it's up to you whether you agree, like I said, or disagree, but it's how you justify your answer. Let's move on to number 25. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Good evening.
Hi, welcome. Who am I speaking with?
Zafira.
Hi, Zafira. So go ahead with number 25.
Who do you think is the main audience for the passage? Support your answer with one evidence from the passage.
And go ahead and give us a response.
Can you go back to the passage, please?
Okay, so actually, go ahead. You could probably read this paragraph. Maybe that might help a bit.
I think the main audience of the passage is the commercials.
Okay, what do you understand by the word audience?
People who's watching it.
Right, and who will be watching? Okay, so the question was, who do you think is the main audience for the passage? So after having read the passage, just as you did, who do you think this passage was made for? For what type of people? Who is it targeted at?
Children.
Are you sure? So if they are talking about, what are they talking about in this passage?
They are talking about how commercials keep children on their tablets and other electronic devices.
Not quite. What is the main idea of the passage?
Could you go back to the passage, please?
Sure. Just give me 1 second there. Right, so you can probably, if you need me to move on, just say next. So you can probably read the first paragraph and that might give you your answer for what is the main idea of this passage.
Okay. I think the main idea is technology can be...
Continue on that same line, you'll find it there.
Technology can be part of a healthy childhood as long as this privilege isn't abused. But too many screen time can be a bad thing for the following reasons.
Right, so that last part there which says, but too much screen time can be a bad thing for the following reasons. And then they go on to talk about the reasons why screen time impacts some children negatively. Right, so that will be your main idea of the passage. But then this question, who do you think is the main audience, right? Meaning, who are they targeting for this passage specifically, right? Which type of people or which group of people do they want to pay specific attention to here, right? Support your answer with one evidence from the passage. And if you look at this last passage here, which says, commercials are catchy and entertaining to try to convince children that they need to buy certain foods, toys, and clothes, many of which they don't actually need. And following that sentence, that's why it's so important for parents to keep tabs on their children's screen time and set limits to ensure they're not spending too much time in front of a screen. So after reading that line, who do you think is the audience for this passage?
The parents.
The parents. And why is that? So if children, go ahead.
Because they are telling the parents to make sure to limit the time, how long the children sit in front of the television.
Excellent. That's what I wanted you to get at, right? Because if a child is accustomed to these habits and they're looking at television continuously all day, every day, and they read such a passage, it may not affect them, right? It may not give them a hint that, you know, they need to stop doing this. It's the parents who are responsible for their child's screen time. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for calling. Right, guys, so the main audience, parents, caregivers, the passage says that parents should keep tabs on and limit their children's screen time. Right, that was the second part. Support your answer with one evidence from the passage. Right, so again, just read your passage carefully. Read the paragraph relevant to the question very closely, and you will find your answer. Let's move on to number 26. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Good evening.
Hi, welcome back. Go ahead and read number 26.
Can you zoom in a little, please?
Sure. Just give it a second. We're going to zoom in there for you.
Do you think children should view violent content on TV? Support your answer with two pieces of evidence from the text.
Okay, so before you answer this question, what do they mean by content, violent content? What are they referring to here?
The different movies.
Very good.
Or shows.
Very good. All right, so what is your answer here? If I have the paragraph for you, you can read it through if you like.
No, they should not view the violent content because children who watch those shows are likely to show aggressive behavior and to fear that the world is scary and that something bad will happen to them.
Excellent. Great answer. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
Right, so a couple answers here. No, because they tend to show violent behaviors or to show that the world is scary and that something bad will happen to them if they go outdoors. They can also have nightmares and difficulty sleeping. Any of those answers, guys, will absolutely be correct. Right, so we just have a couple more questions to complete our comprehension exercise. However, we do need to take a short break. It's time for Maghrib, but when we come back, we are going to continue with section 2 and talk to you guys a little bit about our Edmodo class. So stay tuned with us. We'll be right back. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, guys. Welcome back to See Results. I'm Miss Nyla, and you are rejoining me for English Language Arts. So just before the break, we completed up to number 26, and we are going to continue with our comprehension questions and then move on to poetry. All right, so the lines are open once more. Call us, guys, and help us to complete these questions. And we do have a call on the line. Good evening. Welcome to See Results. Hi, good evening, caller. You are live on See Results.
Hello?
Hi, welcome.
This is Jaden.
Okay, Jiran, go ahead.
According to the passage, what is one important responsibility of the parents?
Okay, can we just zoom in there, guys? All right, so according to the passage, what is one important responsibility of the parents? So you can go ahead and skim through the paragraph and then you can answer.
One important responsibility of the parent is to keep tabs on what their children's screen time is to keep tabs on their children's screen time and set limits to ensure they are not spending too much time in front of a screen.
Okay, well done, Jaden. Right, so we have two answers here. Either to keep tabs on their children's screen time or to set limits on their children's screen time. Either is fine. And last question for our comprehension passage. Good evening, welcome to See Results. Let's take another call. Okay, so the lines are open once more. Our final question, do you think it is important to teach children the difference between their needs and wants? Support your answer with one piece of evidence from the text. Good evening, welcome to See Results. And we lost that call. So I'm going to give it just a couple seconds if we have a final caller for this answer. Right, good evening, welcome to See Results. Good evening, you are live.
Hello?
Hi, you are live on See Results. Who am I speaking with?
Michaela White.
Nice to have you, Tess Michaela. So go ahead with number 28.
Can you make the question bigger, please?
Sure. Go ahead.
Do you think it is important to teach children the difference between their needs and wants? Support your answer with one piece of evidence from the text.
Okay, before you give me the answer, what do they mean by needs?
Needs means that you're... I can't remember what it is.
All right, and what about wants?
Want is what you really want.
Right.
You don't need it, but you just want it.
Good. So you use the word need there. So what does need mean? So if want is something that you just want, right, out of desire, then what does need mean? Something that
could get it easily without even asking for it because you need it.
Okay, so I'm just going to help you out there, right? A need refers to something that you cannot live without. Right?
Okay.
Or something that is required to help you along the way. So, would you like to read over the question, or do you have a fair understanding of what they are asking?
I understand the question.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you go to question? Okay. Finally, TV and other social media can bombard children with thousands of advertisements per year. Commercials are catchy and entertaining to try to convince children that they need to buy certain foods, toys, and clothing many, of which they don't actually need. That's why it's so important for parents to keep tabs on their children's screen time and set limits to ensure they're not spending too much time in front of a screen. By setting healthy limits on screen time and knowing what your child is watching and playing, you can help make the most of your child's media use.
Okay, right. So just going back to the question now, do you think it is important to teach children the difference between their wants and needs?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so next part, support your answer with one piece of evidence from the text.
go back to the, okay. I think so because commercials are catchy and entertaining to try to convince children that they need to buy certain food, toys, and clothing, many of which they don't actually need.
Okay, Michaela, thank you so much for calling and participating.
You're welcome.
Right? Yes, because the ads try to convince them to buy things they don't need. And those things are just as Michaela mentioned, toys, clothes, etc. Right? So that's the end of comprehension. So we are going to move on actually to our graphic because we are a bit limited on time. So if we are finished with this graphic, we'll go back to our poem. Right? So let's read, analyze, and then we'll take some calls. Food Festival, 11 to the 30th of April 2020. Start from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 582 Digwan Avenue, Sendamino. Free entrance, live music, live party, family reunion. As I always mention, when you are doing a graphic, we always pay attention to all details given on that graphic. For example, this flyer here about Food Festival, right? What is one of the first things that you notice? How does it help the flyer or advertisement, right? Pay attention to the font, the text, the design, the layout, spacing, or any other detail given here, or some details that you think, that comes to your mind after reading this that should have been placed on the flyer as well, right? So let's go to the first question here, or number 39. What is the purpose of the flyer? So the lines are open, guys. Call us and help us to complete these questions for the graphic, which is also known as the last task or task 6 in your ELA paper, right? So this here is an easy way to earn 10 marks. Simply all the information are placed on your advertisement, flyer, whatever graphic you are given. You simply have to look at it carefully and answer the questions. Right, so the numbers are there on your screen. Call us and help us complete them. In the meantime, I just want to remind you guys about our Edmodo class. Just remember, assignments are due on Friday for ELA, mathematics, and creative writing. And I will share a little bit of information on that shortly. I have a call on the line. Good evening. Welcome to See Results. Hi, good evening, caller. Okay, good evening. Welcome to See Results. Okay, I'm not hearing this caller. Just remember, when you are calling us, to lower your volume on your television or even mute it. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Good evening.
Hi, welcome back. Go ahead with number 39.
What is the purpose of the flyer?
Right. What do you think, before you answer this question, tell me a little bit about what do you think about this flyer?
This is about a food festival.
Right. What type of festival?
A food festival.
Right. What do you think about the graphics on the flyer itself? So the images or illustrations there. Do you think it's helpful?
Yes, miss.
All right. Do you think anything is missing?
Yes, I think a phone number is missing, so if you want to call to find out anything.
All right, okay, no problem. Is it easy to follow in terms of understanding what they are trying to tell you about on this flyer?
Yes, miss.
All right, so let's go to the question here. What is the purpose of the flyer? Go ahead with your answer.
The purpose of this flyer is to inform persons about a food festival.
Great job. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
Right, so the flyer is to advertise an event called the Food Festival. Easy 2 marks. We have another call on the line. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Hi, you are live on See Results.
Hello?
Hi, welcome. Who am I speaking with?
Alex.
Nice to have you with us, Alex. So go ahead and read number 40 for us.
Using details from the flyer, fill in the following information. 1. When will the event be held? And where will the event be held?
Okay.
Or sorry, when will the event be held?
So we have when and then we have where. So let's take the first part. When will the event be held?
On April the 11th to April the 30th.
Okay, and where will the event be held?
At 582 Big One Avenue, St. Domino.
Excellent. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay.
Right, so simple, straightforward. It will be held from 11th to the 30th of April, and it will be held at 582 Digwan Avenue, St. Domino. Good evening. Welcome to See Results. Hi, good evening, caller.
It is Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. Go ahead with number 41.
State two reasons why people to attend the event.
Go ahead, right. So what are 2 reasons why people may want to attend this event? Can we just zoom in here, please, guys?
You can just zoom in a little more.
Yes. So why would people want to attend such an event? Would you like to attend such an event?
Because people like food.
Right, people like food, but what is another reason? As the first
people
obvious
want
reason.
to learn how to cook.
People want to learn how to cook. Okay, so is this event about learning how to cook?
Yes.
Why do you say that? If you look at the details here where they say
yeah, because I've seen pictures of food and hamburger and things.
Also, you are seeing those pictures because it's a food festival. But food festival means it's like a celebration of food, right? Where they might have different dishes cooked. But if you look at the details here where it's a free entrance, live music, live party, family reunion, right? So they also may want to attend this event because maybe it's free. Well, actually it is free. Also because there will be a live music or it's a live party. And people will have a chance to reunite with their families. Those are also some reasons, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you for calling. Right, so a couple of reasons here, just as I mentioned before. Any of those 2 or 2 of any of the 4 will be correct. And even if you said because people like food, that's also correct, right?
All right.
Thank you for calling. Right, guys. Number 42. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Good evening.
Hi, welcome back. So you have been our top caller today, right? And we just want to say thank you for your support and continued support as a matter of fact. Go ahead with number 42.
State 2 groups of people who you think will be interested in this event.
Right. What type of people do you think might be interested in such an event? If you could just zoom in this flyer. What do you think?
Chefs.
Chefs, that's one, okay.
And musicians.
Musicians. All right, no problem. That is also correct. Thinking out of the box. Excellent job. Thanks for calling.
Yes,
right, and even if we were just looking at the flyer simply, people who like food, people who like party, and people who like music, and people who enjoy being with their family. Right, and that's here we can infer that from the details given at the bottom of the flyer. Also, just as Jaden said, those answers are also correct. And our final question, we will take one more call just to get a response for number 43. If you were creating this flyer, how would you make it more appealing to readers? Right? In the meantime, I just want to remind you guys that our Edmodo class and the class code will be up on the screen shortly. You know, we want you to become a part of our Edmodo platform It's a great way to learn, to interact with students, you know, also to take quizzes based on the content that we give throughout the week, right? So parents, please, you know, also monitor your child's use of Edmodo. We don't accept certain types of behaviors, so be very mindful of that. But we do welcome all of our users to share any experiences or work with their other students on the class as well, right? So make sure and become a part of the class. It's a great way to monitor your progress. And our final question, we have a call on the line. Good evening. Welcome to See Results.
Good evening.
Okay, welcome back. So our final question for today. Would you read that for me?
Yes, miss. If you were creating the flyer, how would you make it more appealing to readers?
And what do you think about that?
I will make it more colorful, so it will look more appealing.
Yes, that is correct. Right, thanks for calling and your participation today. We really do appreciate it. You can use attractive colored pictures of food instead of drawings. Also, you can put a border around the picture and your answer can vary here, guys. Right, so all of which will be correct. And as I was saying before about our Edmodo class, right, 3 easy steps for both parents and students, whoever wish to join our class. You have to enter the class code, and once you enter that class code and you join the class, we have to approve the request, and we do so usually within the day or two, and you will be able to take all the quizzes that we have up. So we have some mathematics and ELA quizzes that we posted in the last couple of weeks. Those quizzes are open. So if you're just joining our class, you still have the opportunity to partake in those quizzes. So ensure that you do so. And guys, let me remind you all to complete your creative writing assignments. Right? So this is the end of our program for today. I will see you guys tomorrow for some more English language arts and creative writing. Do have a wonderful evening. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, guys.